One of the most disgusting things that Hollywood does is that they use forced diversity as a scapegoat to blame fans for racism whenever they put out a very terrible product that fans are critical of. We see this time and time again. We've seen it with Star Wars, and now we are seeing it happening with Rings of Power right now. They are so desperate right now. Amazon is so desperate to try to paint the narrative around this terrible show that they have put out that it's because of racism, despite the fact that you can literally go to like Rotten Tomatoes and read audience reviews where it's not even mentioned. Most of the reviews are people saying, this isn't Tolkien. This isn't the world of Middle-earth. You guys have done a terrible job of showing Galadriel. You've made her a terrible character. You've made Elrond a terrible character. You've made Celebrimbor a terrible character. You've completely screwed up this entire world of Tolkien, which is exactly what they were trying to do. In the very beginning, when they were marketing the show, they were saying that they were trying to create the novel that Tolkien never wrote. And now it is at a point where Amazon is so desperate to try to paint the narrative around the show that it's because of fans being, toxic trolls that are all racist, that now they have summoned the hobbits from the Lord of the Rings, Elijah Wood, Billy Boyd, Dominic Monaghan, and Sean Astin, to come forward to basically defend the show by wearing these shirts here. So as you can see, Elijah Wood tweeted this out. "You are all welcome here," which no one ever said that people weren't welcome there. But you can see that they are wearing the shirt, where it has a bunch of different ear shapes and a bunch of different colors. This is all planned. They did this on purpose. They know what they are doing. They're trying to use the hobbits from Lord of the Rings as basically some sort of validity to what is all going on here, okay? They're trying to continue to paint the narrative that the reason why people do not like Rings of Power is because of the different diversity characters. And I said this before the show even came out. I was like, this show is going to be bad, and you know it's going to be bad because they have focused on all of the wrong things. They have focused on trying to completely destroy the history, the lore, the world that Tolkien created. That is what their goal is. They did it with Star Wars. They're doing it with Lord of the Rings. That's what they continue to do with all of these different shows that we love, that we have grown up on. And you can tell that is exactly what they were trying to do, because they gave us all of these forced diversity characters so that when the show was called out for being bad, they could then point at the black elf, the black dwarf, whatever, and be like, oh, you don't like our show because of that person. That really isn't the root problem of what is going on here. That is not what the root problem is of why fans are critical with the show, but that is what they are going to make it seem. Just imagine if Rings of Power actually made a show that was on par with like Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. We wouldn't be having these conversations right now. We wouldn't have to be battling these narratives that Rings of Power is continuing to try to put out there. This is how ridiculous this whole thing has gotten. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.